Hello, everyone. My name is Coach Lake Graham, and I will be your student's physical science teacher this year. I'd like to briefly cover what we'll be learning about this year in class, where your students' notes and classwork can be found, how your students' grade will be calculated, and what is the best way to contact me if you have any questions or concerns. Our content in physical science this year will follow the Alabama Course of Study standards. Topics that will be covered will include the properties and laws of motion and forces, different types of energy and its application, the properties of waves and matter, and its interactions, both physical and chemical. For a detailed breakdown of the units this year, please consult your student syllabus, which can be found in Google Classroom. And on screen right here, I will just go ahead and open just that. So, yes, and if you ever need to refer to anything from this can be found on your students' Google Classroom with all the information that we will discuss here in just a moment. Speaking of Google Classroom, almost all of your students' assignments will be turned in via this resource this year. This will also be where any presentations or resources used for in class notes will be posted. The majority of posted assignments will include a due date and will indicate the status of your student's submission of that work, either turned in late or missing. So as you can see here, we have this would be just an example of notes posted for if your child were to miss or wanted to go back and look at what we took notes on. This would be where they would find it. Here we have new assignments that are posted here. If you click on there, your child will be able to see if they have turned that in, the current status of it. It also lets me know as well. So any of our assignments will be found here in case any of you ever want to go and take a look at what they're working on. Your student's grade will be calculated based upon total points. However many points they achieve in comparison to the total possible will calculate a percentage grade. So, for instance, if we have 1,000 points in 9 weeks and they make 900, then they would result in a 90. Which would be an A. Assignments will fall into two categories, which I'll refer to the syllabus for this. They will fall into the two categories of either learning in progress or assessment. So as you can see here, learning in progress points, those are going to be more on the smaller side. These are going to typically be class assignments that we do in class or will be finished at home if they don't finish them in class. I really don't do homework. Anything that would be considered homework would be anything we don't complete in class together. The majority of these, especially the smaller points assignments in learning in progress, will be considered completion grades. So those are just easy things for them to turn in. Make sure that they do get those in completed, showing their best effort in those. And then assessments will obviously be assessing the content and skills that we have been learning. And those will be anywhere from 30 to 50 points per assignment and will obviously be graded for correctness. All assignments submitted late this year will receive an automatic 11% deduction in total points possible. These assignments will be accepted up until the date of our next assessment of that content. After the assessment, this work will no longer be accepted and will receive a 0. So information about that can be found here in the syllabus under absences and makeup work. Obviously, this is not the same as if a student is absent. They have a certain number of days to get work in, 3 days upon being absent in order to get that work submitted correctly. However, if something is just submitted late, the student has been in class and they do not turn it in on the correct time, that will be subject to an 11% deduction of the total points, meaning that they will lose a letter grade and can only possibly get to that certain level of points on that assignment. And if that assignment is not turned in prior to us assessing the work that assignment covered, then it's going to result in a 0. So it will not be graded. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me at my school email address. That is grahamrl@vestavia.k12.al.us. That can be found up here at the top of our syllabus. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I look very much forward to the opportunity to teach each of your students this year. We've already had a great start to the year, and I look forward to that continuing. Again, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions at all, and go Rebels.